can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together?
Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. I'm filming this after I put the kids to bed, so I'm sorry if the lighting is off. And also it's 10 o'clock at night, so there's no sunlight coming in anywhere. So we're just gonna go with it because this is the only time I have to film. And also, if you hear the air conditioner, it is just because it's on and I can't turn it off or else it gets super hot in here. So obviously today's video is how we found out we are pregnant with our third baby, and it feels so crazy finally being able to share that we are expecting with you guys. I have wanted to film this for a while, but I just have not been able to. I was really sick during my first trimester, so that played a big key into it. And also the kids have been sick, so trying to like film like the birth announcement was not great. So basically I'm just gonna jump into how we found out. I do not have any video footage, sadly, but completely unexpected. So basically let's just jump into the story. So I have always tracked my periods, but my periods since I have given birth to Aspen have been all over the place. They have not been regular since I gave birth to her, and Aspen is now 2, so my periods haven't been regular for 2 years. They were starting to get regular, I would say probably maybe like 3 months before I found out I was pregnant, but my cycles were like 40 to 42 days long. So super long cycles. An average cycle, if you don't know, is like 28 days. So I was like almost double that. So I basically would test if I went over 42 days just to make sure. I'm always a just to make sure type of person, just because I don't want to like not nourish a baby the way I should be nourishing a baby. So basically I think it was at like 45 days, I want to say, and I was like, oh, like that's really weird. Like I didn't even think anything of it, and I was like, oh, I have like, I think I had like 1 or 2 of those like cheapy like Amazon, you buy like the pack tests, and so I took one, and I'll insert a picture of it somewhere on the screen. But I took it just like in the morning, just thinking nothing of it, just because I was like, okay, maybe I'm just like a little bit late this month. I had just started marathon training at the beginning of that month, so when I start heavy training like that, my body like just instinctively messes with everything. So I was just thinking that honestly it was because I started training that's why my period was all messed up. So I took the test not thinking anything of it, put it on the counter next to me, and finished my pee and looked over, and there was like a very faint line, so I'll show it right here. And I was like, no, like I'm definitely seeing that, like there's no way there's a line. I'm so confused. And so I take a picture of it that you're seeing, and I send it to Damien because he was at work, and I'm just like, do you see this? And he immediately is like, yes. Like, uh-oh. And I'm like, oh, if he sees it, like that means that I'm like not hallucinating this. Like he sees it too. And usually the line was very faint, so I don't even know if you can see it in the picture, but if he sees something and it's super faint, that's scary, because he is never the type of person who's just like, oh no, it's not there. It was really interesting that he saw it right away also. I didn't still believe it. I thought, okay, like maybe like just the tests, they were cheapy tests. So I took another one, same exact thing happened. I think you can see both of them in the picture, but I'm not sure. And if I look at those tests now, because I obviously have them in a box, you can't see any line on them, which is really weird. So I do believe that was a Friday that I took that test. I want to say it was a Friday, maybe it was a Thursday, I'm not really sure. And so I needed to obviously test again and test with like a digital and everything like that. So I ended up buying a test. I think at the store like that night or something, and I don't know why I didn't like buy more than one. I think maybe I bought more than one, don't really remember honestly. And I took like a regular, like I think it was a pink dye test, I'm not positive though, and that came back really, really faint. So I was like, that doesn't really make any sense, I'm really confused still. So the next day the kids were at my parents' house for some reason. I think we were like cleaning up or something, and so they just went down there to hang out, so that we could just clean up the house without them like coming right behind us and messing it up. So I ended up taking a digital test because I was like, well, this is the only way that I'm gonna say like yes for sure. So I took the digital test, and I think I have a picture of that test also, and I like put it over on the entertainment center where our TV is, and I just kind of left it alone until it stopped blinking, and I looked down on it and it was just a yes, and I just started crying immediately because I didn't know what else to do. And Damien was like, okay, so like this is for sure like a thing, like we're doing this. And I was like, I guess so, like I guess this is happening. For reference, we were not trying for a third baby. I obviously was training for a marathon. I was trying to be able to qualify for Boston of 2024. Yeah, so I was not planning on getting pregnant because I was planning on training for a year and a half to make it to Boston by 2024. So I was not expecting it whatsoever at all. Yeah, so basically I was like, okay, I need to like schedule an appointment because I had to switch over my insurance. And so I went to I have to get like a paper from like someone stating that I'm pregnant to like send to my insurance company. So I went to go get that done, and they obviously like make you like pee, so you get like this paper that I need. And I like, she was like, here's the test, like you can just go in and do it. And I was like, okay, like thank you. Took the test, and it came up negative, and I was like, what the heck. But my appointment was at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had drank water all day long, so I basically like flushed like all like the left particles out of my like urine. So she was like, are you like sure you're really pregnant? I was like, well, I have like every test at my house to prove it to you. I was like, I'm not really sure what's going on. So the midwife that like worked in that office like came in, and she was like, why don't we just like do an ultrasound? And so we did an ultrasound. She was like, I see that your like cervix is like really thick. She was like, but I can't see anything else, like just because it wasn't an internal ultrasound. And I was at that point, I was like 3.5 weeks, I do want to say, I think around about that. I found out insanely early. She was like, I have no idea how you even found out this early. So she did blood work and ran at stat, so I found out like 2 hours later that like I was pregnant, and then I had to go in like I think it was like 3 days later to make sure my levels were going up, so we knew we were fine, and everything checked out, everything was fine. It was just I was insanely early in the pregnancy. And then basically we just tried to keep it a secret for a little while. We wanted to kind of enjoy it. It was an unexpected like third baby, but we were super grateful. Yeah, I'm still like in awe kind of like, I feel like I know I'm pregnant, but like I'm just kind of like, okay, like. And we currently right now, as I'm filming this, I want to say I'm 15 weeks pregnant. Let's see. My brain is also completely gone this pregnancy, so I have no idea about anything. I'm 15 weeks pregnant while I'm filming this, so I'm a little bit past 12 weeks, and I wanted to announce it before 12 weeks, but I just really didn't get around to it. I was quite sick my first trimester, just really sluggish, and I think like running after 2 toddlers, it just made that literally just a little more worse. So yeah, so we're expecting our third baby October of 2023. That's crazy to think. that we're gonna be parents of 3 kids, and they all have like a 2-year and some months age gap, so it's gonna be exciting and probably a little bit terrifying, but we are so ready. We're not finding out what this baby is until baby comes out, so I'm super excited for that aspect of just like super excitement. I'm also trying for a VBAC this baby, so that's gonna be interesting. We also are filming this baby's birth because our plan is that this is our last baby. I won't be getting my tubes tied or anything like that. Basically just following what God's plan is and accepting whatever comes our way. And very excited for this next another chapter. And obviously we'll be keeping you guys up to date on what's going on. There is a lot of information going into my first trimester video, which is coming out shortly after this video is, so that'll have like a lot more details of what's been going on and why it has been so hectic this first trimester. I've switched offices for a different birth plan, like a bunch of stuff has been going on, so that video will be coming out shortly after this one, so make sure you go watch that one also so you can catch up on what's been going on. And we're so excited to take you guys on this 3rd journey with us. It's crazy to think that we started this channel when I was 18 and pregnant with Quentin, and now I am going to be, well, I am 23 and pregnant with our 3rd baby. So I know we never really filmed consistently, but I really want to pour everything into this. I stay home with the kids, so I can try my best, but sometimes my best just isn't quite there. So we're hoping 3 videos a week. A lot of baby content is coming your way, but also just life with our toddlers right now while getting ready for our 3rd baby and trying to maneuver all of life into accepting all of this going on. So we're really excited, and we really do hope you stick around and watch this crazy journey continue, and we will see you guys in our next video.